Alright traders, welcome back to this particular video. Now you have actually learned how you can actually access the trading platforms both on the Bybit exchanger and also on MetaTrader 5. Now one of the things that I love about trading cryptocurrencies is that you don't need to come here and do the analysis. No, you don't have to do your analysis on the platform. All you need is a trading view. That is exactly what I use. If I come to trading view like this now, you can literally see that I have taken a particular trade on Solana. Yes, this trade, I took it just now. Price respected my level and it delivered into this area. This is how I do my analysis on trading view. Now on trading view, all you need, let's say for instance, I want to trade IMX USDT. Now, right here, can you see where all the different exchange option is displayed? Just select Bybit. Look for Bybit. You can see Bybit right here. Click on it, and then you're gonna have access to it. All you need is to do your analysis right here. You can literally look at this. This is it, all right? This is IMX USDT. Let me show you. This is on trading view, and if I go to the exchanger right here, if I want to check IMX USDT is literally the same thing right here. Can you see? It's the same charts I have. Let me just take out MAs, take out this guy, and then also enlarge it. Beautiful. Can you see? That is the same thing I am seeing. So what I do is because of this flexibility of trading view, I do my analysis on trading view, and then the execution, I do it either on MetaTrader 5, just like you can see here on the chart. You see? I take the trade on MetaTrader 5, I just activate the trade, or I activate my trade on this particular exchange platform. You can see it. That's the Bybit exchange platform. So this is the first thing you must take notice of. The next thing to do is for us to go through the overview of everything we have here, right? So this is basically the overview of the platform from the web page. All right. So look at this here. The first thing you're going to see is basically your crypto pair. You actually trade cryptos in pair just like you're trading currencies. All right. The next one is the current price of that particular crypto in the market. The current price of that crypto pair in the market. The index price is basically talking about the indices that is measuring the strength of that particular crypto asset. And then you can literally see right here that 24 hours change in percentage. Now, it's just like an asset. There is a time range that they measure the change in the percentage or the change in that particular price. So it is measured in percentage. That's straightforward for you. So this is the 24 hours change in percentage. That's just like 4% increment. If it is positive, if it increased in price, it's going to show green and it's going to be positive. All right. The highest level it has gone to in the last 24 hours is this. That is the value of BTC within the last 24 hours, and you're going to see it right here within this window. The next one is the lowest level price has printed within the last 24 hours. Okay, so right here, the average turnover and volume right here, that is on this particular platform. That is on this particular platform. That's to tell you that this platform is actually a very big platform. All right, you can see this is the volume of trades on BTC. That's the amount of BTC that was traded within 24 hours. Can you see it? This is the average volume of BTC traded within 24 hours on this platform. This platform is actually a very big platform. All right. Open interest, you can see this is just like people's open order in the markets. Now, funding rate is about 0.030%. This is not like, it's a funding fees will be exchanged between long and short. This is not much necessary for you to understand. All right, so the charts in here, and then you can actually see the info. The info page is basically some information about BTC and some of the things you need to know about the crypto pair. And then trading data. Trading data is actively the open interest, the active volume, the same thing I read for you right here. You need to also just glance at it and look at it. Now, right here, you can have the standard value or you can use the trading view value. The trading view is more friendly. You can actually see it. This is the standard is basically the one the platform is using, the trading view, and depth is basically just like your, you see, the chart representation of it. And I prefer the trading view. So right here, you can actually switch to multi-charts. If you click on it, it's going to show you multiple chart window, just like a tile window you use on MT5. You don't need it. I don't think you need to just be keeping it that off, because you'll be doing your analysis on TradingView. You don't need those things. So right here, you can actually expand it. It can be enlarged like this. You can see very large. All your tools for drawing and all these things. It's the same TradingView platform, but you can use TradingView that you have on your web browser. It's quite easy, straightforward, and everybody can use it. Just the execution you will do right here. And I don't want you to spend much time here. So these are the things you see here. You can screenshot. You can check the settings of the chart. That's the colors and all those stuff. You can enlarge it as well. So the order book is this. You see, price USDT. This is the order book. You know how order book works for your MetaTrader 4 or 5? This is actually the active order book where people are placing their order and where people are placing their open interest, the buy and sell order. It's right there. Recent trades, you can check them here. These are actively moving trades in the market. All right. Actively. So you see the price of USDT, quantity of BTC, and then time. So I just wanted you to see that. You can also rearrange these things as you see in the order book. You can rearrange them in this manner. You see, you can rearrange them in this manner, but I prefer it to be like this. It's very easy and straightforward. All right. So the volume of people buying and selling is also here. You're going to see it. 95% of people selling and all those things actively. The market is actively changing. I'm coming to this area, but then let me finish with this trade right here. Can you see trade? Trade is basically where your active trades is going to be placed. And then tools is basically some of the basic tools you have to access, like T-Swap, Iceberg, Scaled Order, Webbook, all these things. I don't want you to go into these futures grid. Just focus on the trade aspect. Forget about the tools. All right. So let's come down here. Let me start by explaining. The first thing here is about margin. In crypto, we trade based on margin. Do you know what margin is? Margin is simply like a threshold. You know the word threshold. Let's call, let's say threshold. Okay, I put in threshold that way. All right, right here. Threshold is just like a benchmark for something, right? Threshold. I hope my English is correct. Threshold. Threshold. This is it. That is what margin is all about. Now, in crypto, you trade based on margin because it's your money they are going to put into the market. Crypto, of course, is the same thing with all financial markets. There is always a risk involved in it. You have to put in the money you are. If you're trading, you must trade with money you can afford to lose. Always look out for this disclaimer as you trade in the crypto market. So let's say the maximum amount of money you have is let's say this is 0. Let me write it here. This is 0 and this is 100. And the margin level is around, let me put it correctly. This is 100. The margin level is around 98. All right. So your margin level is just the threshold for your loss should just be around 98%. And that margin should determine how much the market is going to absorb in times of losses. All right. So I'm going to explain it when I go back there, but then I just want you to have an overview of it. So in cryptocurrency, there is something called margin. So there are two types of margin. There is cross margin and there is isolated margin. And if you are conversant with trading crypto, you will understand that margins are basically just like your stop loss. Sometimes you can use margin and trade even when you don't have stop losses on your trades, because margin is simply telling you that this is the amount I am putting into this. That is as simple as that. All right. So look at this. Under margin, we have isolated margin and we have the cross margin. There is an explanation down here, but then I just want to explain it to you briefly. Isolated margin simply means there is a certain amount of money you have isolated to trade with. Let's say you have $50,000 or you have $5,000 and you want to go into trade. You isolated just $100 to trade with, and there is a liquidation point. Liquidation point is simply like you losing the money. That's when the money is completely gone. So you can isolate just $100 in that particular trade as you enter the trade, and immediately if it touches the maximum level, that is the $100, it will just end the trade. The isolated margin helps you to do that. But if you leave it as cross margin, if you have $5,000 and you enter the trade, even when price finish with the $100, it will go into the next available funds. That is to go into 200, into 400, until when your $50,000 or $5,000 is completely gone. So isolated helps you to separate a certain amount to trade with. Cross is you exposing the entire wallet that you have under the derivative market. This brings me to how you can actually bring in money here. Now look at this derivative account. If you look at my derivative account right here, it's zero USDT. So if you want to bring in money right here, you can simply click on transfer, just like the normal transfer you normally do. Click on transfer. You will have to move from funding account to derivative. Once you come to the app, you can actually transfer just like you normally do. When you come to assets, you can come to transfer. Just move out your money from where the funding account is, select here, and then you're going to find, let me see, derivative account here. Derivative account is easy to do that. Now put in the money and transfer it right there. So it's very, very easy and straightforward. Let me go back to right here. So from here, I will transfer from my funding account. I have around $64 right there. I'll click on confirm transfer and it will move out immediately. It will come to my derivative account. That's the only way I can trade with my money on the platform. And I showed you how you can transfer it to your MetaTrader 5 also. So I want to add more money. I have other money in another account. I click on transfer again. And let's see, I have this. Let me click on it. I have it on spot. I have $30 on spot also. I'll click on, is that not spot? Yes, $38. Click on it and then click on confirm. I'll move everything to my derivative account because I want to trade with it in the futures market. Now, this is how it is. Very important. Now, you have actually seen how I have moved money. Now, for example, going back to the margin concept right here. The margin concept. In the next video, I will explain leverage and then I will explain the rest of the things. Now, if I want to trade, look at my balance. It's $102, right? So if I want to trade, if I leave it on the cross margin here, if I leave it on the cross margin, what that means is that if I am entering a trade, all the $102 is exposed. So even if market is going, except if I have a stop loss. If the market is going and it passes this area, if I don't have stop loss, it will just completely go against me and then finish the $102. But if I have an isolated margin while taking the trade, I will show you how to do that. I can just say I want to isolate $20 for this trade. So once the $20 is exhausted, it means the $20 becomes my liquidation point. Liquidation simply means the end of your money. Your money is gone. Price has gone against you. But then if I am using the cross margin, it will go further to reach the threshold. That's the entire money I have. That's how it works. So I now showed you how to bring in the money. In the next video, I'll show you the rest of the things. And then we're going to see how to basically place a trade on a live scenario. I'm going to show you how to use the signal in the community. Now, if you have not signed up with my Bybit link, you don't have access to the Telegram community. Make sure you sign up. And in case you have signed up before, there is a way you can actually move your identity under me. The video is right. The first video on this playlist. Go and watch it so you can have access to the free signal community. Thank you very much guys for watching. Let me go to the next video and finish explaining.